Welcome to Crawford Farms LLC YouTube. My name is Latoya, and I'll be letting you guys know about all the different things that happen here on our startup farm. My husband is originally from South Florida. I've always lived here in North Carolina. We recently moved from the suburbs here to the country. We actually live in a small area in Burlington, and we bought a piece of property on about 6.5 acres, and thought it'd be a good idea to try making a farm and letting our two little girls grow up here rather than in the city. And sometimes it's great, and other times it's just like, oh my gosh, what were we thinking? But it's all a part of the journey. There has been quite a few setbacks along the way. We've only been here for about 11 months. We started out with chickens. We had Golden Comets, Barred Rocks, and Rhode Island Reds that we got from Tractor Supply. And we had all 20. And up until we got those in the fall. And then, let's say, once they were about 5 months old, they started getting really adventurous with their flying, and we lost a couple of them from my sweet little dog Charlie, who is very adventurous. He is a short-haired Dachshund, and he thinks everything is cool until it moves. And so a couple of my chickens lost their lives that way. They decided, hey, we're just gonna fly up on this fence over here and then go and meet the dogs, and found out, oh my gosh, he's nuts and I cannot get away. And so Charlie wounded them, and then the hawks and things in the area decided to finish the job. So Charlie didn't completely get rid of them, but he helped. He had a hand in it. So I think that's how I lost about 2 or 3 of my chickens. And then the rest of them I was able to keep for quite a while. I had 14 up until recently. About 2 weeks ago, I found a fox on the property, also a raccoon. No lie, same week I saw both of them, and I was just like, okay, I'm about to have a heart attack. So the fox took out 2 more of my chickens, and then the raccoon is the thing that we're battling right now. We had some leaks in our run, and he climbed on in, got into the coop, and went to work, and left me with 5. So I know that sounds very irresponsible of me, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but it's part of the journey. You learn things as you go, and unfortunately, that was one of the things I learned, that raccoons are not to be trifled with. Sorry, something's got my dogs all riled up right now. And so now we're trying to predator-proof our run so that they can go back and enjoy their time outside the way they used to. We used to free-range them in the fall. That was no problem at all. But the spring and summertime bring a whole lot of other issues that we didn't deal with when we first got them. So we're still learning about how to adjust to life out here, and we don't regret it at all. It's just one of those things where, it's a learning process. We have to figure out what works, what doesn't work. And yeah, so my daytime job is an elementary school teacher, and my husband is an assistant principal for a middle and high school in a different county. And our children are 5 and 8. One's about to start 3rd grade. The other one's about to start kindergarten. Yay! So they're going to have their own adventures. Sylvia and Nora, I'll introduce you to them in just a bit. They have their own YouTube channel, so if you ever get bored and you want to check out what they got going on, you need a good laugh, check them out. They're pretty hilarious. They don't do a script or anything. They just go straight in and do whatever's on their heart, which is pretty refreshing at times because you never know what's going to come out of their mouths. It's kind of a scary thing, too. And last but not least, I started this farm. I came up with the name Crawford Farms LLC because my granddad was a farmer, and his middle name is Crawford, and that's what most people called him. And so I just felt like it was something that would connect me to my family, and he was really great at what he did, and I just want to make him proud. And I don't know how you would be feeling if you were to look down right now at how things are going, but I'm trying, Granddad, and I'm hoping that you're smiling on what you have seen us accomplish. So stay tuned for all the adventures and mishaps that go along the way with owning a startup farm. Right now, I'm about to go in and feed my chickens. Unfortunately, we live on about almost 6.5 acres, and unfortunately, there's been a raccoon attack. So my run is under construction at the moment, and I've had to keep my sweet babies inside, which is not what I like. But the raccoon has taken out quite a bit of our flock. We are down to 5 egg layers right now. But I'm gonna let you come in and introduce you to my babies. Good morning, girls. Here are my tots. We've got Goldie, Maypearl, and then we've got Roxy, Sadie, and Gilly. And these are my bunnies, Pumpkin and Cotton Ball. Cotton Ball's the brown and white one. Pumpkin's the brown one. All right, let's get you guys fed. Good morning, ladies. They are eating. Now I've got to get my bunnies fed. Gotta collect their eggs for the day. And I'll come back and talk to you guys a little bit later. Again, here are my babies. We've got Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a common... Oh, don't touch you right now. You're in your feelings. My bad. Brooklyn is a mixture, what I'm told, of Alpine and Boer. So she's meat and dairy. Right, we've got little Billy over here. Happens to be a dwarf goat. We did not know when we purchased him, but that's quite alright. We love him anyway. Oh, sorry. He's whizzing. I'm sorry. I think I'm making him nervous. Sorry, Billy. And then we have what my kids like to call the unicorn goat, Miss Bella. Bella is, I think, a semi, but I could be totally wrong. But she's meant to be a dairy goat. I had to tether my goats because they're getting into some things they don't need to get into. Bella, get down. Stop it. You're not making mommy happy right now. What are you eating? Are you eating their feed again? I said she was the sweetest, but I kind of didn't mean it like she is, but she's just become very defiant as of late. I think she's a teenager now. I don't know how they work it out in goat years. She was a baby when you got her last year, but as you can see, she's not listening to me at all. She's just stubborn. Don't eat that! Get out. Get out. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. That's coming. I know. I'm going to have to tether you back in there with the rest of them because you're not listening. Ugh. She's so stubborn, y'all. Oh, my gosh. I know, right? But anywho, the goats, Bella and Brooklyn. When I say the goats, it's usually the two of them. Little Billy's the only one who's well behaved. They decided to get all into my compost pile and my garden area. That's another reason why I had to go back to tethering them, because they were getting into things I didn't want them to get into. You got all this grass out here to, chew up and do whatever you like with. But, oh no, you want to go and get into everything that I don't need you getting into. So, I had to go back and limit their roaming, and I'll tether them from place to place to help them get what they need. But yeah, the background noise you hear is Bella giving me a piece of her mind because she thinks we're the same. No lie. A few days ago, Bella brought the whole gang up to the front door and tried to break in. I don't know if she thinks she's a dog or a human, but she definitely, and my kids, I told you already, think that she's a unicorn because she only has one horn. But we bought her that way. We don't discriminate. We love her just as she is. We can't all be beauty queens. All right. That's it for now. I'll introduce you to the fam in just a little bit. Hey there. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to the flock of chickens, but before I do, I want to introduce my daughter, Lenora. This is my 5-year-old. Lenora, can you say hi?
Hi.
Alright, and this is my oldest daughter, Sylvia. And like I said, they have their own YouTube channel called Sylvia and Nora, so you guys can check that out. And here are our babies.
The green one's my favorite.
Yes.
I think Brownie's my favorite, my little snuggle one. I like Brownie. The snuggle bunny. Hi, Vanilla.
So I think out of our 20, we ended up having 18 that made it. We've got at least 3 roos. There's this little test you can do. I'll try and do one of those for you later. That helps you to figure out if it's a girl chick or a boy chick.
Yeah, I'm getting the kill.
This is Sylvia's favorite here because he looks so much different from the rest.
Yeah, it's
So these are all, she calls them Greyhorn. They're all a little bit different from each other, which is really cool. We got these straight run from a hatchery called Ideal Poultry. Usually I get mine from Tractor Supply, who has a company with a partnership with Hoover Hatchery. But these guys came from a different poultry place. Just wanted to try something a little different and see what else was in the area. And they're also very cool.
Who's Brownie? That one. Oh.
So here's my sweet little brown
That
one.
makes sense. His name is Brownie.
And he has some awesome feathers.
Oh, dog. This is Brownie.
In just a minute, I'll introduce you to our Silkies. So let me pause this and get them ready for you. But again, here's our babies.
Babies are so cute.
They are so cute.
I want to pick them up, all them up, and put them in my room and cuddle with them. With the Barbers.
So here are our Silkies. We bought 3 of them. And I believe that the black one is our boy. It's hard to sex Silkies, but there's one that's making noise every morning, and I believe it's this little friend back here. They're very timid, very docile in nature. One of our sweet little white ones, I can't remember which one because they look exactly the same. When we first got the Silkies last week, got really excited. Silkies are known for being very gentle and have very nice maternal instincts, and so I believe it was this one that wanted to stay with the chicks for a little bit and did a great job of showing them the ropes of how to sit in their little bucket and eat their food and be all sweet.
Hey, Mom.
Got a cowlick right now, boo. Can I fix that for you, or are you gonna pet me? You gonna pet me? It's okay. I just want to take it off your head. Yes, dear.
What are the girls? What are those white ones?
So they're all Silkies. We did not go through the process necessarily of naming them. We made some homemade bins for them in case you're just like, what's going on with the lid? We cut some, put some hard wire mesh.
They look like punk rock chickens. They're like,
Check me out.
eat lambs.
They're like, check me out. Check me out.
Right, so
going crazy.
that's the crew, and then we have our little dogs here. I mentioned before I had a Dachshund.
Hi,
Charlie
Charlie,
is
come
my the enemy of the chicks. He doesn't mean to be. He's very sweet.
Yeah.
And this is our rescue dog, Daisy. She's a mixed breed.
We don't know where she is though, so we call her the cow.
And Charlie's a little bit of a bully, as you can see, but
Daisy is our nice one.
they're very happy being out here in the country. At least Charlie is. Daisy, not so much.